Now, before the Yankees took on the Rays, Nick Swisher runs out, high-fives the fans in the front row, but then, oh boy, he didn't exactly stick the landing. He was fine, though. Now, last year in the old Yankee Stadium, there were 12 home runs to right field through 12 games. This year, if you had $100 for every home run hit there, you could buy yourself a ticket to a Yankee game. Jason Bartlett, his 4th home run of the season, 27th home run to right in the new Yankee Stadium. Rays up 1-0. 2 batters later, Carlos Pena, he's got 13. That's a solo shot. That's 28 now to right field. And the hits just kept on coming. And they were all home runs, it seemed. Top third, still 2-0. Evan Longoria, 2-run shot, his 9th. That's 29 to right in the new Yankee Stadium. The Yankees would use the stadium to their advantage as well. 5th inning, Yanks down 4-3. Hideki Matsui didn't look like he got enough of that one, but just clears the wall, his 3rd. So that's 30 to right. After the home run, a police officer makes the grab, then gives the ball to a kid in a Rangers jersey to protect and to serve and to do really cool things.
What a dude.
And the kid gives the cops some props. Not sure if he should have been on duty, but he'll have to take that up with the Sarge. Top 6, still tied at 4. Ben Zobrist going. Andy Pettitte knew it immediately. First time in Pettitte's career, he's given up 4 home runs in a game. He wasn't the only Yankee pitcher who did something historic. Bottom 8, Johnny Damon, a 2-run shot, his 7th. Guess where? Right field. Game tied at 6. Now, here comes Mariano Rivera. He's never allowed a home run to a Ray currently on the roster. Did I say that? Carl Crawford, his 1st of the season, 32 to right field. Now the Rays go up 7-6, but wait a minute. Here comes Longoria. Rivera had never given up back-to-back home runs in his career. Nothing's working for the Yankees. Starters are giving up home runs. Closers are giving up home runs. Rays win at 8-6. To those 50 games without Ramirez against the Nationals at Chavez Ravine. Pierre hoping to do his thing. Bottom 1st, Los Angeles up 1-0. Matt Kemp up with the bases loaded. And he's unloading off Jordan Zimmerman. Grand slam for Kemp, his 4th home run of the year. Dodgers off to a good start again. They scored 6 in the 1st. That's 21 total runs scored in the 1st inning at home this season. A big part of that home win streak. Randy Wolf gave up just 1 run in 6 innings on the mound, but the bullpen blew it for him. Top 8, the Nationals came back to tie it at 6. 2 runners on for Nick Johnson off Brent Leach. That'll put the Nationals up 8-6. They tacked on 2 more to go up 10-6. The Dodgers pitchers allowed 18 hits. Here's Pierre now with a chance. Bottom 8, Dodgers down 10-7. He's up with the bases loaded and 2 down, but he got jammed. Nick Johnson flips it to Joe Beimel, and Pierre can't come through. Nationals win it 11-9. Adam Dunn 2 for 5 with 3 RBI for Washington. First loss of the season at home for LA, but it wasn't for a lack of offense. Those 13 straight home wins were the most to start a season by any team since the 1886 Detroit.
The Albert Pujols show, here it is, and it hurts. Oh, Ross Ohlendorf hits Pujols. Cardinals were hit 7 times in the 2-game series. I'm sure that didn't sit well with Tony La Russa. 5th inning is going to sit well with all St. Louis fans because the Cardinals bat around in the inning. Khalil Green, 2-out base hit with 2 on. Pujols going to score from second. The Cardinals going to win 5-2. Ryan Franklin, 1-2-3, 9th for his 9th save. In New York, Jamie Moyer pitching in his 47th stadium, ties a major league record. Carlos Beltran, 66 plate appearances without going yard on Moyer, and he does. Moyer gave up 3 homers and 7 runs in just 2 1/3. It's a 7-3 game New York. Chase Utley ground ball to second. Luis Castillo going to get the force at first, and the 808 Shane Victorino's in a pickle, and then look what I learned on Maui. Jumps into Jose Reyes, and he's ruled safe because of interference, and Jerry Manuel's having kittens over that call. And now he's going to get a call from the front office. We believe you did touch Bill Welke's cap. In fact, Bill just pointed out, and now I think you might have got some spittle on me.
Oh, boy.
Jason Worth, 2-run homer made it 7-5. Jimmy Rollins is the tying run, but Francisco Rodriguez ties him up right there. His 9th save, Mets win 7-5. Season high 4th win in a row for New York. Mike Pelfrey, he improves to 4-0, and David Wright goes 3 for 3 with a home run. Not pictured.
I'm not sure. Now to something people really do care about. It's top plays. Number 10, Indians and Red Sox, Matt Laporta. High and foul, but look at the fan make the one-handed catch on the cell phone. Yeah, baby. Did you see me on TV?
She's a beauty, that number 9. Bartender, Saki. That's tops, but this tops that. That cat is so on the New York Post on Friday. He gives the ball to the kid, and the kid came over and said, thanks. That was really neat.
I just hope he wasn't supposed to be working. And
I think he was working.
Winds up fired. Number 8 Players Championship round 1, Scott Verplank, his second shot on 15. In for eagle. He ended the day at 500. He had a pair of eagles.
Giants, Rockies, Troy Tulowitzki thinks he has a base hit. Pablo Sandoval says, no, you don't. In fact, if you don't believe me, take another look at it. Field, and you're out at first. And we're going to win the game, too.
Number 6 Twins and Orioles. Justin Morneau at the plate. It's not about him. It's about Adam Jones. Boy, he swallowed that one up like, I don't know, like Pac-Man?
5 alive. Is that what Snoop says?
That's what he said.
Omar Infante to left center. Brett Carroll the catch. Avoids the teammate and then throws Jordan Schaefer out at home. Take another look. Schaefer, you are so out. The Braves win the game. 4-2, your final.
All right, now check this out. Brewers and Reds at number 4. Jason Kendall with a little blooper. Adam Rosales, he bobbled it, but then stayed with it and in time. So that means either that's a great defensive player or Jason Kendall is really, really, really slow.
Let's go 3. Nationals, Dodgers. Xavier Paul up the middle. Christian Guzman. The no-look flip to start the double play. That's pretty cool.
Number 2, Canucks and Blackhawks. Once again, Rick Ripon makes a great move. Spins to Darcy Hordachuk, who beats Nikolai Habibulin. Great play for the goal. Blackhawks win it in overtime, 2-1.
Number 1. This guy is unbelievable. Stop looking at my lemonade. Cavs crush the Hawks. LeBron is good. In a row, it's the Yankees at Baltimore. Mixed reaction from the crowd. Yankee fans love their own, and they will love this. First pitch from Jeremy Guthrie.
Guthrie deals. Swung on it. Hit in the air to deep left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. On the first pitch. On the first pitch he saw in the 2009 season. Alex Rodriguez hits a 3-run home run in the left field seat. What is it? It's an A-bomb from A-Rod.
Look how exciting John Sterling is. Get into the groove. A-Rod, Yankees up 3-0. Their first lead in the game since Saturday. All right, CC Sabathia, 4 1/3, 6 earned, 5 walks opening day against the Orioles. Yankee fans remember that. A-Rod gave him the 3-0 lead against Aubrey Huff and gets Lou Montanez there. And then Guthrie with A-Rod up again. Ball gets away from Chad Moeller, but he throws out A-Rod up first, so he's 1 for 2 at this point. We go top 5. It's A-Rod again, Guthrie again, and it's a strikeout again. A-Rod 1 for 4, the home run, 2 whiffs. All right, let's get on to CC Sabathia, though, because he's working on a shutout. He's out to earn that change. Adam Jones swinging for Sabathia. 4 starts without a victory. Nick Markakis, he's a swinger. And then Melvin Mora. What do you have? Not much. Sabathia, 9 innings, 4 hits, 8 Ks, the shutout. The Yankees end their 5-game skid. They win 4-0. A-Rod's return. He gets 3 RBI with the big homer. Verlander's just 1-7 at Cleveland's Park, but he's familiar with the tribe. He struck out 11 Indians in his last start Sunday. Picks up with Mark DeRosa there and David DeLucci there. Ben Francisco, good game to watch. Verlander 9 Ks through 7. What a great pitching matchup. Verlander against Cliff Lee. Okay, Curtis Granderson walked, top 8. We got no score. He runs on Lee's pitch. Kelly Shopik's throw too high, so you got Granderson safe at second. He sacrificed to third. And then Cleet Thomas, broken back ground ball, and Luis Valbuena said the ball got stuck, and the throw is too late. He sat there and stared into his locker for 20 minutes after the game. Felt bad. Lee 8 innings, 1 earned, 5 Ks. All right, Verlander, well over 100 pitches. Jimmy Leland comes out and says, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna leave you in. I got nobody in the bullpen." And Verlander said that made him feel great. So will this. Grady Sizemore and Granderson says, I don't read scripts. Scripts read me. Sizemore robbed of what was essentially a walk-off home run. Granderson said that's as big a thrill for him as making the crowd go nuts when you hit a walk-off home run. Look at Grady. He can't believe it. He's in a slump, and Granderson takes one away from him. 118th pitch for Verlander is this one. As Drupal Cabrera, we don't accept checks. Verlander, complete game, 2 hits, 11 Ks, and a big hug from Granderson.
To open over a 3-game set in Cincinnati, Cueto has been sensational this season. 1.65 ERA, that's third in the majors behind Zach Greinke and Johan Santana. He's got a 1.04 whip, that's 10th in Major League Baseball. You don't know whip, look it up. First inning, scoreless, Cueto facing Albert Pujols. First pitch, but no home run for him. Lance Nix there for the out. Top 4, 5-0 Reds. Cueto working on Pujols again. Look at how he works him. Nasty slider outside, gets Pujols swinging. 4 at-bats. 1 strikeout, no hits, no runs for Pujols. Skip Schumacher. Cueto got him too. Flips it to first to get out of the jam. Bottom 7. Nobody out. Man on second. Reds at 5-1. Cueto at the plate showing bunt. Now watch the Cardinals infield. Joe Thurston, Khalil Green, Schumacher, and Pujols all leave second base open. Cueto grounds it over to Pujols. He throws to third for the out. The Cardinals infield not paying attention to second. And Cueto able to advance. The pitcher heads up on the base pass. And Tony La Russa's got to be digging that. Cueto would eventually score. The Reds going to win at 6-4. He also went 7 innings on the mound, giving up 5 hits. The Brewers, Randy Wells making his first major league start. Mr. Randy Wells. He got the call up for Carlos Zambrano's spot in the rotation. Cubs in Milwaukee. Ryan Braun rips it over to third. Aramis Ramirez gave it all he had, but he left the game with a dislocated left shoulder. That could be a concern for the Cubs. He could be out for a while. Bottom 8, Cubs up 2-1. Ryan Braun facing Aaron Heilman. First pitch to Braun to the backstop. Corey Hart goes to second.
And Ryan hits one to right center. That one's well hit. Bradley going back. It's gone! Ryan Braun has put the Brewers on top.
Wasn't Braun's back killing him last weekend? All of a sudden, he's on a tear. Top 9, Trevor Hoffman looking for his 5th save of the season. Hells bells. Milton Bradley out. Cubs 0-12 this season when they score less than.
A's, Jays, Toronto best record in the American League. Scott Richmond pitching for Toronto. He won his last 4 starts, but Ryan Sweeney jumps on that pitch. And a 3-0 game is now 3-2. We're now 3-3. We're still in the second. Orlando Cabrera, RBI single. That scores Jack Hanahan. It's now Oakland 4-3. And then the 808 gets into the action. Kurt Suzuki doubles to left. Cabrera scores 5-3. 5 runs, 6 hits in the second. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top 7. Still 5-3. Russ Springer gets Kevin Millar to ground at third. And that ends that threat. Now, remember Thursday we had the police officer at Yankee Stadium catch the foul ball, give it to the little boy?
Yeah.
This is another nice moment. Okay, ball boy gets it, gives it to the little kid.
Right.
And then look at the little kid. He gives it to a littler kid.
Oh.
And then look at the little kid. No, you don't throw it back on the field. Andrew Bailey. He gets the Cadillac. Alex Rios steak knives. Bailey's first major league save. 4 relievers. 4 2/3 scoreless against the best record in the AL. Oakland 5-3 winners.
See, we're doing the service. The spontaneous acts of kindness we're highlighting. It's early, but time to start taking the Royals seriously, looking for their 7th win in a row. Right down I-5 in Anaheim against the Angels. Matt Palmer doing his thing. Gets Mike Jacobs and Alberto Callaspo 5 1/3, 5 Ks for Palmer. Top 6, Palmer gets in trouble. Darren Oliver into pitch. Billy Butler lines at the right center. Torrey Hunter can't make the grab. A run scores Royals down 2-1. Later in the inning, Oliver gets Callaspo to fly out. And I said Palmer was in trouble because he was in line to get the win. And he was happy because he could still get the win after Oliver got out of that jam. Bottom 6, man on second. Howard Kendrick up. Jose Guillen, well, not exactly his finest moment. That ball's going to bounce around, and Kendrick on his horse. He is in there, inside the park home run, standing up. Angels win it 4-1. They won 5 out of 6. Palmer wins for the 3rd time in 3 starts. Royals win streak over.
Red Sox with the best home record in the American League. They're 11-3, the host in Tampa Bay. Carl Crawford, remember he had 6 stolen bases last time he faced Brad Penny? Top 1, and as Mark Jackson would say, well, there goes that man again. Crawford The stolen base right there beats the throw. He'd later score. He went 3 for 5. That was his only stolen base. Jason Bay hitting .344 with 6 homers, a .672 slugging percentage against fastballs, opposed to .265, 2 home runs, .618 slugging percentage against non-fastballs. James Shields ignores the full screen. And James Shields is going to be upset about it. And somewhere Coach Hurts is grinning. There's his boy. Homers again. Shields, he can't win at Fenway. He's going to fall to 0-5 at Fenway. J.D. Drew later in the 6th, going to take him deep, his 4th. Remember, they got 12th in the 6th, no outs Thursday. They get 5 in the 6th, no out Friday. And the Red Sox end up winning at 7-3 is your final Longoria's hit streak, by the way, and a .655 ERA and 5 starts in AAA Buffalo this season. Top third, Mets up 2-1, man on second. So Nice just coming up from Buffalo, so he needs everybody to do the right thing. Is anyone alive out there? I said, is anyone alive out there? Carlos Beltran, Ryan Church. Game tied. Nice, 6 innings, 5 Ks, 2 earned. Tyler Yates, former Met, bottom 8, and Beltran. Shot over the third base bag. Jose Reyes scores. Beltran's hitting .377 this season. Mets take a 3-2 lead. Yates out. Sean Burnett in. Carlos Delgado out. He's done 14 games without a home run. He goes 3 for 4, 5 RBI in this one. The Mets score 5 in the 8th. They win 7-3. 4th home run gives him 1,512 RBI, and that passes Mickey Mantle for 48th on the career list.
Thursday behind them, they lost Manny and lost their first game at home this season. Orlando Hudson facing Barry Zito in the Giants. Zito gets Hudson the strikeout swinging. Next batter, Andre Ethier. Got him too. Zito pitching well early. Top 4, no score, bases loaded. Chad Billingsley on the mound for the Dodgers. And Billingsley hits Juan Uribe to strike out. Billingsley out of the jam. 7 innings, 3 earned runs, 5 Ks for Billingsley. Bottom 5, no score, bases loaded for Andre Ethier, hitting third. That was where Manny Ramirez batted in every game he played. Ethier not able to deliver. Pops out in foul territory. Zito, 6 innings, 1 earned run. He struck out 5. Top 7, bases loaded, game tied at 1. Edgar Renteria, well hit. Stays in the park. But Uribe able to tag and score on the play. Giants take a 2-1 lead. That run puts Zito in line for his first win of the season. Bottom 8, Dodgers down 3-1, 2 on. Ryan Wilson in for the save. Casey Blake just looking. Bottom 9 now, 1 on, 1 out. Rafael for call. 6, 4, 3. Giants win at 3-1. Dodgers 0-2 since the Manny Ramirez suspension. Will be following those numbers. Zito with his first win of the season. Solid innings. These are all solid. It's SportsCenter's top plays, and we start at number 10. Capitals and Penguins, Game 4. Sergei Fedorov on the doorstep. Marc-Andre Fleury giving him some love with the glove. Penguins win 5-3. They even the series at 2.
Fedorov used to date Anna Kournikova. That's what Barry told me.
Yeah.
Oh. Dwight Howard. Oh. You know what the kids call that? In your face, Kendrick.
Number 8, Padres and Astros. Chase Headley at the plate. Not about him. It's about Michael Bourne. He's all on that thing out there, that hill, but he still makes the great catch while falling. It looked like it hurts.
Another facial, this time Kobe Bryant playing beat the shot clock. You're a winner. He had 33, and the Lakers win, take a 2-1 series lead.
Number 6, Bruins and Hurricanes. Game 4, P.J. Axelson on the breakaway. But Cam Ward, well, the pad was perfect. Hurricanes win at 4-1. They're up 3-1.
Quiet on the tee. Although Daniel Chopper's not on the tee. Third shot on the par 5 11th. Second round Players Championship. About 150 yards. Yeah. How about them apples?
Number 4, Brewers and Cubs. Corey Hart over in the area where Milton Bradley is. And look at that. Bradley went down and got you bobbled it on the way up. But all that matters is that you hold on. Look, there might have been a trap there for a minute, but hey. He sold it if it was.
Hart's next at-bat, same game, because they're top plays from the same day. Ground ball up the middle. Ryan Theriot dives and starts a 6-4-3 double play. Hart robbed twice in top play. John Sterling with the call there, and this is Curtis Granderson being Sterling. Bottom 9, ball game. Oh, no, it's not. Grady Sizemore had a walk-off. Curtis Granderson says, I got your walk-off, and Tigers will hold on and win the game 1-0. Verlander